So you found that house on Zillow for $300,000. You ever thought, wonder how much money I would have to make to qualify for that $300,000 house? Today, that is the math we will be doing. So hang in there, check this out. My name is Quann, I'm an associate broker here in Virginia. And today we are gonna be doing the math to try to figure out how much money you actually have to make per year to qualify for that house. They're gonna be pretty generous on the pre-approval prospect, like the actual amount of money that you could afford to borrow. Never want you to do that. Again, we're gonna said it 100 times in videos, but budget, try to figure out how much you can actually afford, because remember, when that hot water heater goes out, you have to pay to fix it, including any damage that caused. So we'll just look at current location. We're gonna allow Mr. Z. So we're gonna need to do that because we are now going to go over to Google Mortgage Calculator. Probably not your best option because, again, we're just looking at round numbers. You're always gonna talk to your lender. But if you're just thinking, or you're just starting to get into the process of buying a house, it might help. But if you're thinking about actually buying a house and you are looking to do that process, talk to your realtor, talk to your mortgage counselor. Don't just go off this video. Now you could go purchase budget, I guess, but let's do it a little bit more old school. Monthly payment, $305. We are not gonna do 20% down. We are gonna prepare for, they have a USDA option. I like USDA. It usually pre-fills all this, so I'm surprised it did not. 5.625. Now you could just Google that and figure it out as well. Let's say your credit score is a 719, property taxes, that seems extremely high for my area. So for 2022, the taxes were $1,315 a year. A lot higher. That's gonna save you per month for sure. Homeowner insurance, that's good enough. Private mortgage insurance, that's fine too. HOA, or your homeowner association, now they do count that as a debt. There is no HOA on this house, so we're not gonna put one. So the mortgage payment on this for $305 with this interest rate seems to be $2,207. A very easy way to figure this out would be add up the mortgage payment, $2,207, and then any of your monthly debts. So let's say we have $600 car payment, and this is what affects your extra credit score, not like utilities, but that, let's say you have 2 credit cards, but you're only using one that has a balance. So there's a minimum payment of, let's say, 25 bucks on that one. You bought some jewelry for a girl, bought some for a guy, maybe. That payment's another 150 bucks. So that's your mortgage payment plus your debts, $29.82. And then you're gonna divide that by your DTI. Every loan's gonna be different on this DTI. So for this example, we're gonna use 43%. So divide that by 0.43. That gives you your gross income you actually need. So $6,934 a month. You gotta make $83,000 gross to afford this house. So they're always gonna base it on your gross income and not your net income. So depending on how many checks you like to write to Uncle Sam could depend on your net income, and could you really afford that $2,000 when you're really probably making, say, $3,500 to $4,000 a month on top of a $2,200 payment. It's gonna be tough. A couple things you can do to fix this. You can't afford it. Let's say you have friends that decide they wanna rent, they could rent out a room for you. Now, I don't know the tax liability or anything like that, but it happens all the time. Your buddy could move in, your girlfriend could move in, whatever, and rent out a room. Split that cost with you, help you pay down that mortgage even quicker, or just at least make ends meet. You're gonna really want to budget to make sure you can afford these houses. I want you to still be able to put some money away. A rule of thumb was like 1/3 of your actual net income is what you should be shooting for. Now, Dave Ramsey's gonna say 25% of your net income. That's gonna be a little bit tough. Plus, he's also wanting you to do 20% down, so a huge payment on a $450,000 house would be 100 grand, 90 grand, something like that. And then also a 15-year loan, which again, it's just gonna make it extremely hard. But 1/3 of your income, of your net income, is a pretty good goal. That means you can have 1/3 going to other bills and then 1/3 going into savings. Obviously, another good tip you could do is put a lot of money down. 305, 20% down, $61,000 down payment. Now you still have closing costs. It should cost you about another 10 grand, 9 grand, something like that. So your cash to close is probably gonna be right around 70 grand. Now you could put 5% down or 10% down, but the cool part about this is you have no private mortgage insurance when you put 20% down. So if you wanna put a big down payment, you can afford more house, or you can be really conservative and just buy a house that you know you can afford and put a lot of money away. Then you can move up to a bigger house down the road, make this an investment home, and build your net worth just like Grant Cardone. As you see, that saves you another $600 a month on payment. Again, that could be money you save for other things, or if like the hot water heater breaks and you got to spend 2 grand on putting a hot water, the roof goes out, that's 9 grand. Those are things you got to think about when you are buying a house. But for the most part, home ownership does outweigh, the good outweighs the bad. I'll give you an example. A good buddy of mine just sold his house. He lived in it for about 2 years, a little bit over 2 years. And yeah, I mean, we gave him a check at closing of 80 grand. You simply can just not do that renting. Like, there's no way about it. We just appraised our house and it came in with a lot of equity. The equity goes into your net worth. That is the things you can do with buying a house versus renting. So I recommend it, but I never want you to be house poor. Ever want you to be house poor. And final tip that you could do is what I did, is you marry way up. She makes a lot of money too. Makes it easier on me. And my wife is a rock star. So I'll finish this by saying it's your time to buy when it's your time to buy. Don't ever get talked into just buying it because lender's giving you a really good rate or a buy down, or a realtor is saying that today's the best day ever to buy because down the road, or a realtor is saying that, you know, today's the best day to buy because tomorrow is going to be crap, or whatever. You see it all over Facebook. Like, today's the best day to buy because rates are going to get worse or they're going to get better, whatever. It's your time to buy when it's your time to buy, but do a lot of research, watch videos like this, talk to lenders, talk to realtors, buy when you're ready. So I hope this helps, guys. As always, if you enjoy this kind of content, please like and subscribe. I'm always here for you. If you need me, call me, shoot me an email. See you on the next one.